Also, Tell Me a Joke, which was another great teaser from the LP. It's a gentle, weary ballad in 3/4. Sounds like something a young Conor Oberst would write, but instead of cutting his teeth in the Omaha DIY scene, he was terminally online, took a lot of psychedelics, and was deeply obsessed with the Beatles album Revolver. And yeah, it's like if those things happened. Like on The Immense, Don't Mind Me. There are pockets of this track that hit me with the instrumental elegance and pop appeal of like a recent Porter Robinson track, but with a much moodier approach. Knots is kind of like a tense, almost post-punky switch up for the record. It's very electronic, it's very glitchy, kind of feels like a song Liars would have produced recently, especially on a record like Mess, even down to some of the vocal effects used. I much prefer the song Fantasy World, which kicks off like a very forlorn piano ballad, but what is most stunning about this track is the elegant and intense build of instrumentation around the midpoint, maybe the best climax on the entire LP, and the whole thing reaches this maddening level of saturation and distortion to the point where it feels like an old Have a Nice Life track or a Microphones track. There's a genuinely beautiful harshness to it that I love a lot. There are moments where once again we get songs that are painfully derivative, just now derivative of other sounds and artists, as entire sections of Summit Part 1 sound like a sad reverb-soaked Joji-style piano ballad. Then Shades of Us reads like the worst interpretation of Frank Ocean's songwriting style I've heard in a while, and in the past couple years there's been no shortage of Frank clones. This folky instrumentation, heavy, dense vocal layers, but like these alternative R&B vocal leads, it was like if Frank Ocean was collaborating with Grizzly Bear on their best produced project. And honestly, like considering how well NF has been doing as of late with some of the classical orchestrations worked into his latest singles, this track really kind of blew that the fuck out of the water.